What up, nerds? You already know what it is. Welcome back to the Nerd Dimension podcast. Here with me, David and Mikey. What's happening, boys? Welcome back.
How you getting on? I'm doing good. How you all getting on?
Absolutely fantastic. What about yourself, Mikey?
I'm good. It's nice to see Marcus for Gears of Wars here as well. Guys, it's good to be back.
Good to be back. It's good to be back. So this episode is just a refresher episode, a catch up with the boys. Next week, we'll be starting the Loki TV series, the spoiler discussion, breaking down the episode and giving our thoughts, theories, and expectations and our rating on each episode. Boys, what is your thoughts for this show from what we've seen so far with all the trailers and footage we've been given? I think Owen Wilson's character looks epic. I can't wait. Adrian Mobius, can't wait to see what he's all about.
I watched the first ever trailer of Loki. I've been trying to avoid it, kind of wanting to go in fresh-minded, not having a clue what would be going on, and then I caved in. I watched it, and I can't wait. I wish I didn't watch it because I'm dying to watch it now.
Well, you know what? They aren't giving us too much, and that's the beauty of Marvel's trailers because they're that way that they're showing us just little sprinkles of crumbs. We don't know what the plot is. We don't really know what the overall story is going to be. We have no clue who the main villain is. It's just like, but we see Loki and his demeanor and his cadence, and he's kind of got that Avengers 1, Thor 1 kind of Loki personality still. Do you know what I mean? And we see about Owen Wilson and just basically what's kind of where he goes straight after that moment in Endgame. We don't really see much more of the episode. I think everything we've seen is just little sprinkles from the first episode, and that's it. But they're really good with their marketing and trailers. Like, they're not like DC with Batman v Superman, where you see every single scene in the movie pretty much that's worth anything in the final trailer. Do you know what I mean? So what's your thoughts then? Owen Wilson looks
I'm
good,
actually
doesn't he?
looking. On you go.
No, on you go, buddy.
I was just go back to your comment. I've only actually seen one trailer. I've stuck away. I've kept away from all the trailers, and I've seen the first trailer, and that is it. Like, the only one. I've only seen the first couple of clips, and I've not watched anything else.
See, all of them, all of the trailers are really very similar. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of the same stuff, but then there's just a wee peek here and there that's different. It's just slightly edited different. So they've not gave away too much, but they've kept the intrigue and the excitement. Do you know what I mean? Like, and all Loki's like quick wit and like quips that he gives. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty good. I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't believe how fast it's coming, and it comes out the same day as Black Widow. I'm going to the IMAX to see that. I can't wait. Can't wait.
You know,
Yeah, man.
when Loki traveled right with the Tesseract, right? I think the whole storyline will be about him breaking the flow of time that shouldn't have happened, right? Which means that if him doing that with him being alive, not dead, Thanos never killed him, okay? Which means Ragnarok never happened for him either, because Ragnarok happened after that. So his bond between him and Thor wouldn't have happened because they kind of bonded a wee bit towards the end, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, exactly. He never had those experiences. Basically, it's a branch timeline. See, the what do you call it? The ancient one from Doctor Strange, when she's on the roof in Endgame with Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and she pushes him out his chest. She gives the whole description, and it's like any break in the timeline causes a branch timeline. Do you know what I mean? So that basically he's in the TVA is like a time cop, like universe. Time works differently there. Basically, he's caused rifts in space and time from his actions. You know what I mean? And he's there to die, but Owen Wilson seems to like him, seems to want something from him. That's all I've got from the trailer. And he's basically he gets a time cop uniform as well. So whatever he's doing, he's out fixing things in time to pay back his debt instead of dying. That's what I'm getting from it. Do you know what I mean? So instead of being executed, he has to help fix things in the timeline that are fucked up. Not just specifically what he did, just other things. So I think each episode will kind of have an event, a monster of the week, a timeline effects of the week kind of style. Do you know what I mean?
Well, at one point, Odin will die. Helena will come alive.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be there. You know, it'll totally fuck up the whole timeline. I want to know how they're going to repair it. I want to know what they're going to be changing.
Well, before that even happens, so much else would have been affected way before that. Do you know what I mean? For him not being in what Thor, he's not in Thor 2. Never mind Thor 3. So already things are changing astronomically before then.
A wee bit like the WandaVision where everything was changing, it was the whole village, and then it was branching out and getting bigger and bigger. Now we've got Loki fucking up the whole entire universe of timelines.
I mean, it's not. This is going to take place in a branch reality, another multiverse Earth. Do you know what I mean? Just like all the Earths. So it's just created a whole new timeline altogether. So it's part of the MCU. But what goes on in this show has no effect on the original MCU timeline, which Captain America fixed at the end of Endgame. So this isn't connected to the current timeline that's going to continue. This is its own branch reality and branch timeline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So whatever goes on there, but I think we're not going to see much of Earth. And from what we've seen in the trailers, everything seems more on the cosmic side and more of that kind of universe, and that's where they are exploring with like multiverse and madness, other dimensions, and obviously the scrolls and whatever else is going on with Nick Fury and the sword base in space. You know what I mean? So, and obviously the Eternals are kind of cosmic as well. So I think we're not gonna see like Earth based stuff, things that happened in the past and how they're affected now because he's changed the timeline. I think this is just a whole new branch reality in a different timeline, a different dimension, completely cosmic. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we're gonna see Earth much.
But do you think we'll get a guest appearance of Doctor Strange at the end? Ooh.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be good.
Connected into the multiverse of madness. And also, we've seen the end credits for WandaVision. That had multiverse of madness vibes in it when she was doing what Doctor Strange did in the movie, studying. But she wasn't sleeping. She was walking around doing things. But her subconscious or whatever is her spirit is studying all the magic, the dark magic book. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? It might have another connection to that, and another maybe he'll be in the finale, or it'll just be another post-credit scene.
What was that called? Is it not the Astro
Astroform.
something?
Astroform.
Astroform. That was the word. Astro was the word I couldn't think of 2 seconds ago. Their Astroform. They go into a different plane. But I thought Doctor Strange was a fantastic movie. I wasn't looking forward to it at all, but I'm a big fan of Cumberbatch, so I was like, I'm obviously going to see it, and it's Marvel. And then when I went to see it, I thought it blew me away. It exceeded my expectations. Do you know what I mean? And they weren't very high.
Are you going to be watching the Black Widow, Mikey? You going to pay for it?
I will be going to see it in cinema. I'm not doing Disney Plus. I'm going to see it
100%.
in the IMAX. Paul, I might even see you there. You know,
Disney.
David's like to me earlier. He's like, by the way, you're going to need to pay about £20 for to see Black Widow, and I'm like, depends on what day I go. It's either going to be 15 or 12. And he's like, no, it's $30. I'm like, wait, I'm going to the IMAX. What you talking about? I'm not watching it on Disney Plus. What you talking about?
Champagne Tuesdays in Clydebank. Get in for what, £6?
I know. God, I seen the line outside.
No, I'm going to do an episode on Black Widow, but I think we should. 100%.
100%. I'm going to be looking up ticket days soon, man. But it's to be confirmed the rating still on the Odeon website. So is it going to have a hard R?
Are you worried that you won't get in?
No.
You worried you're a wee bit too young for that, Paul?
No.
There might be a wee 18 for you.
I need to make sure I get my ticket. Is what I'm worried about. But no, it's just the rating's not been confirmed, so it doesn't say dates or times yet for when you can buy tickets. It just says it comes out July 9th and the rating's to be confirmed. But no, I'll be safe. No, I won't be watching it on Disney Plus or watching any YouTube videos. I'll just be I'll be going to the IMAX 100%. It's been too long.
I think it wouldn't give the same vibes. You know what I mean? It's like obviously Falcon and Winter Soldier was a Disney Plus special. Right, and it's a TV. It was a TV series, but had it been a movie, I'd be at the cinema. Like every other Marvel movie, I'd be at the cinema. I'm not going to pass up Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson.
Have you seen those?
I'm not going to pass that up.
Have you seen those? How amazing it looks. That scope and scale is only to be viewed in the IMAX. Like, I'm not watching that on my TV unless it's like 2 years from now. And see like all the sky fighting and it just looks like such a grand scale epic movie. It has to be IMAX for me all day, man.
Do you think you'll be allowed to Do you think you'll be able to watch it all comfortable, or do you think if they've got a lot of people and everyone will have to sit in a chair like this?
No, I don't think so. Like, I went to see The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Was it last week? And it was like the day after it came out, and the way the cinemas are doing it are pretty good. So it is, they're keeping it so it's at least a seat between parties. You know what I mean? So when you're booking it, if you kind of just obviously you could just book one seat, right? But if you're booking it, the cinema will then generate for the next person that's booking it, so they're at least a distant part away from you. So no, I think they're going to be, especially something with Black Widow. I think if there's going to be a nighttime release, which I'm not 100% sure there is because of COVID, but if there is, I'm sure they'd just do a minimum capacity, but put on a couple of different screens, maybe a couple of different halls at the same time, just to spread it out.
It'll be all right, like having that wee gap between people, beside you and all that. But what about the people behind you when they're behind you going?
Then that is when the shoe comes off and gets launched directly to them. There was a guy that kept coughing actually, but he was like 3 rows to the left. But then Louise next to me during The Conjuring, right? She's fucking choked her lungs up. So she is, and I'm just like, oh no. I'm like, just go, on you go, just have a drink. I'm like, no. Just, I was like,
I'd have been out there like a shot. I'm away, man.
I'm like, feel free to go out, feel free to just go down the stairs and go to the door. She's like, I'll be fine. Coughing her lungs up. I'm like, oh no, this is going to be the COVID section of it.
I went to
We're never get 2019.
I went to see Tenet in September last year, and that was before all the vaccines. So many people have been vaccinated now. I mean, I never did anything to stop myself from catching COVID or stop myself going anywhere the whole time last year. I was fine. I think I'll be fine still. Do you know what I mean? I've not lived my life any different the whole time this has went down. One of the kids coughed. David stayed in the house for 14 days. Like, do you know what I mean? I wasn't doing that for a cough. Show me more symptoms.
Hold on. The first 14, I was happy about it. I got a holiday, right? Then after that, I thought freedom, and then my other child started coughing, and I thought, oh my god, I'm in hell.
Well, you're lucky in my house.
28 days.
My 1-year-old daughter does it for fun. She's good. every day David would be adding an extra day on it. So he would. She goes.
I've seen this video, and it was this guy walking in like a lecture, and he's like, right, okay, everyone, we're going to be doing this class, right? We're going to catch up with all the work we've missed. And you hear a wee pupil in the background going, and he goes, oh, for fuck's sake, Daryl, fucking 14 days quarantine, everyone fucking out.
Oh, man. No, I'm not worried. I'm excited to go back to cinema. It's one of my favourite things to do. The IMAX Marvel movies, it's just the best thing. Like, it's my favourite night out. Do you know what I mean? Always.
The feeling. Well, we went during the day, right? And I've never I've rarely ever been to the cinema during the day. But we went during the day just because it was a scary movie, and I didn't have my big boy pants on. So we went during the day, and I'm thinking, I sat down. I've got my hot dog, my popcorn, my overly sized drink, and I was like, this is the fucking life, by the way. I was like, there's nothing I enjoy more than the cinema. You know what I mean? Cinema, a meal before, that's a night out. You know what I mean? That's a night in itself for me.
For Black Widow, I'll be going to Five Guys. I'll be fucking getting a large popcorn, a large ice blast, and I can't wait!
You're all doing it wrong, man. You're all doing it wrong. If you go to Clydebank Cinema, for people watching this, right, Clydebank Cinema is the only one I know around this entire area that does buttered popcorn. Oh my god, you've got to get buttered popcorn.
I've got a story about buttered popcorn, right? Just
don't put me off it. Don't you try and put me off it.
No, it's not put you off it, right? So me and Louise went to see, or should I say Louise and I, if we're going to be literal. We'd went to see, did any of you ever see that terrible movie, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
No.
Right, don't look at it, it's shite, right? So we went to see it, and Louise goes like that to the guy, oh, is there any chance I could get extra butter? And we're thinking maybe he'll put it in a wee tub so that we can pour on. Nah, the guy must have poured in a bucket of the butter. So we've sat down, and about 3 minutes into sitting down, Louise is like, I think I pissed myself, I'm quite warm. The butter had soaked through the bucket. And she just had this butter stain running down her left leg. And I think to this day, her jeans have still got butter stains. I don't think they were coming out. So, buttered popcorn, just get the standard amount. Don't get extra. Because when you say extra, it's a McCinema cum shot you get, honestly. Oh. Aye, sorry. I had to get out there.
I'm a sweet and salted guy all day, man.
But then the Odeon pissed me off last week, right? Because I'm a sweet and salty guy, and I'm thinking they're going to mix it. No, the lassie hands me and she goes, the sweet's at the bottom, the salt's at the top. That's not what I want. What? I want you in there with your bucket and fucking mixing it. I don't. So I'm in the cinema fucking trying to date, and it looks like I'm getting a hand. You know what I mean? The popcorn just flying about.
Oh, brilliant, man. No, honestly though, like, see what you're talking about, like Loki for Thor Ragnarok and stuff, and him bonding with Thor. Like, he bonded with Thor in Thor 2, kinda as well. Do you know what I mean? They had their wee scene at the end where they were acting. Thor 2 is not my favourite, but I do enjoy some scenes in it. I love when Loki's like pretending to be Cap, the hallway scene where they're walking and he changes into a few different ones. Like, he's absolutely brilliant. But what's your favourite Loki scenes and moments throughout the whole MCU?
I'll let Mikey go first. I'll need to think of mine.
Oh, you're a dick, man.
Right, I'll go first then.
No,
I've
got it.
Right, you going? Right, go.
Got it, aye. My favourite Loki moment is it's the first introduction of Loki, actually. It's in Avengers Assemble, and when he walks outside, I can't remember what building it is, and he's getting everybody to kneel, and there's that Jewish guy, and he's what is the line? But that's my favourite Loki moment, because I think it's just such an empowering scene.
He says,
so
he says something.
We've kneeled for.
He says like other men have tried to make me kneel before or something, like talking about Hitler and shit. And then so I thought somebody burst through the door there. What about you, David? You know your favourite scene?
Oh, when he tried to stand up to the Hulk and he regretted it. I was howling at that bit, man. It just grabs him by the legs.
Oh, wait. And Ragnarok, when it happens to Thor, and he goes, "Ha! That's how it feels."
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Right, for me, it's hard. It's a hard choice between two. At the end of Ragnarok, when shit's going down and they think it's all over for the Asgardians, and the ship appears, your savior is here, and he's so happy because he finally got his moment. I love that so much. And the other one is near the start of Ragnarok when he's still loading and he's like, oh shit, and then he changes into Loki. I think both of these scenes are fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. They portray the characters so well. Do you know what I mean? It says a lot. But I'm absolutely buzzing for the show, man. I cannot.
Ragnarok was just so well done, but
it was. I was actually so blown away. See, when I seen it, was not what I was expecting at all. Considering how different it was from Thor 1 and Thor 2. See, when you go back and watch Avengers 1 now, and you see Thor, and he's like, watch your mouth, that's my brother you speak, and all that, and he's like, do you know what I mean? He's all that pure kind of the Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, fucking, you know what I mean, speech. And then in Ragnarok, it's more, it's more casual, do you know what I mean? I prefer it. But it's evolution of the character. He has spent time on Earth and stuff, do you know what I mean?
I wasn't the biggest fan of Ragnarok.
I loved it.
It's still one of my favourites. It's up there at the top, man. Up there at the top. Fantastic. I can't believe that, David.
David, you like to bring the controversy to this podcast, didn't you? Normally I'm the mic for controversy, but see you've just scooped in and every week.
What I'll tell you, right? I was oddly attracted to Helena.
Hardly or oddly?
Yeah, I thought she's pretty hot, but I feel like I shouldn't be attracted to her because she's such a bad bitch.
Was it her age?
She's the type to make you dinner and cave your skull in while you're eating it. So she is.
Definitely.
I could have been a bit more graphic with that, but I tried to PG it down.
No, she's the kind to make you make dinner, and if it's not exactly the way she wants it, she'll just slice your head off with a blade that she whips out her hand. You know what I mean? But
what was the big wolf called again?
well,
I was about to say Nagini, but that was Voldemort's
No.
snake.
No. God.
Oh, what was that? Where's my iPad?
It's
Oh,
a
I'm
weird
trying
name. And it's actually a mythological name from the actual Vikings, like, and it's part of the whole Odin and that, and the war of actual Ragnarok that Vikings actually believed, where the wolf was the actual one that was meant to kill Odin. So how Odin died, according to the Viking mythology, was actually meant to be by that wolf, which I learned from Valhalla.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't think.
I don't think in the movie it says a name for it out loud, but it might have a name in the credits, surely.
It does. When she first goes down into
the tomb.
the tomb,
Yeah.
she says the name. What have they done to you?
Yeah,
But
it's
what's
the
the
same name.
I thought she
It's the
says.
same
I
name.
thought she says, "My babies, what have they done to you?" And she's talking about them.
No,
No, she actually has the name of it, and it's the name of the wolf, and it's the actual name of the wolf. Like if you googled it, and like it would come up definitely for Avengers. Not even
it's
kidding.
annoying me.
It's a weird name. What?
Fenris.
Where'd you find it?
Fenris.
What?
Yeah.
Fenris.
Fenris.
Yeah. That sounds.
Fenris was
Not
a
right.
giant. Fenris was a giant Asgardian wolf who served Hela during the times of the expansion of Asgard around the Nine Realms.
Yeah. But that was cool. I quite liked the wolf, and I quite liked the fight between the Hulk and Fenris. I thought that was pretty
See
cool.
when Banner jumps at the plane, jumps at
Oh.
the spaceship, sorry,
Oh my
and he goes,
god!
"You're about to see me," and he just lands. It's so good.
Seeing the cinema, the splat and just how mangled he is, it's graphic, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
of course he wasn't dead. I mean, he shot himself in the head, and the Hulk spit the bullet out. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, we'll probably call this a day now. But what's your final thoughts? Like, are you excited for next weekend? You have any
Oh, I can't
ideas
wait.
for the show whatsoever? Do you think Mobius will turn out to be the main villain, even though it's pairing them up to look like a kind of buddy cop situation?
I'm not sure what to expect, but I can't tell you how much I've been looking forward to it. I mean, how long have we known about this? For a year now?
I was more excited about Loki than Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision. I was more
definitely.
excited for this before then. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier I was second most excited for, and WandaVision I wasn't really keen on to start with. I gave it a watch. It's alright, but I'm buzzing for this. I cannot wait.
It's
Yeah.
going to be very good.
But will it be capsules that we have for it?
No, it will
It'll be Tesseracts.
It'll be Tesseracts. I like that. I was thinking Mjolnirs.
Oh.
But then obviously that's
Yeah, but that's Thor.
I know that's what I was thinking. Then I was thinking scepters. Then I was thinking helmets. I've already thought this through, but I've not came up and decided on one yet. But we can agree on one if we. What do you think, Tesseracts or?
I quite like the idea of the Tesseract.
Let's go.
And then what you could do is you could edit a wee glow to it as well. I'm going to give you loads of work with your editing, by the way.
I was already.
Oh, he loves it. Don't worry.
I was already imagining the glow before you said it. Do you know what I mean? Like, with the, you know what I mean? Just that slight tiny glow. Here, you should see.
There's a spoiler.
You should see what I've done in my. Right, we're naming my new daughter Nevaeh. It's heaven backwards, and I have it come up like a H whips in, an E, an A, a V, a E, an N. Then they all start flying out and changing round, and then it's like goes reverse and comes up the name. It's fucking amazing. This edit's nearly done. I'm gonna record a wee message. It's cheesy, I've wrote it out, but a wee message to my children that I'm gonna add out just before the outro. But the fucking edit was so much work. I need to get back to working on my actual channel videos. I've got this Loki parody trailer reaction. Some guy commented on one of my videos and he's like, "Oh, maybe you'll like my Loki parody trailer." I'm like, I'll do you one better. I'll do a trailer reaction on it because he commented on a trailer reaction video. So I recorded that, but I've not edited it yet, and it won't even take long to edit. It was kind of weird at some bits. The performances were kind of not great at some bits, but then other bits I found quite funny. And see his green screen work and just the whole way it was edited and filmed and everything. I was really impressed with it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to getting that edited and put out there. And then obviously this podcast as well. Get the gender reveal video done and dusted finally. It's been I've spent like the whole week on it. Do you know what I mean?
What time were you editing today, by the way? I'm curious.
All day long. All day long.
All day?
All day since I woke up.
Did you get kicked out at all? What server? No.
Never.
I was on it as well, and I was wondering. I wonder if Paul will be on it and I can use it at the same time for the program, but nothing did not work.
Mate, see if that ever happened where if it did kick one of us off. Remember, I've got Premiere 2021 and 2019 that I can have open simultaneously. So if you were using one and it did kick me off, I could use the other. However, see when you did sign back into Adobe, it signed me out of the Adobe Creative Cloud. But now I'm not signed in that. However, the programs still work absolutely fine. So I was wondering, do I have this?
Oh, right, okay.
Do I have this program for free now? Because I don't even think it's signed in. The Creative Cloud isn't signed in as you anymore, but I can still use them as willy nilly. You know what I mean?
Weird.
Maybe I've got it for free.
How many episodes of Loki is it? Is it 6 again?
I don't know. I was actually wondering that. Kept me.
You don't know yet.
Kept meaning to look it up. I think it's a bit longer, but in fact, I'm gonna look it up now.
Because I was just wondering how many. Cause I've not seen anything about how many episodes there actually was. Whereas with Falcon and Winter Soldier, there was 6.
So we knew there were 6 for the Falcon and that before it even came out.
Yeah. Well, we got told that before. Well, like that was common knowledge before it came out. Is it 6? Yeah.
6 episodes in total on Loki season 1. Each of them will run for about 40 to 50 minutes. Feige is revealed you can download all Loki episodes on Disney Plus. There you go. Anyway, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. This has been the Nerd Dimension. We're back. Tune in next weekend after the Loki series to see our spoiler discussion and breakdown of the episode, our thoughts, our theories, and just our total excitement on the show. Anyway, you've been watching the Nerd Dimension. Catch you next time.